everybody, and welcome back to Arkansas Gaming. Arkansas here, bringing you some more Space Engineers and the Hoodwinked scenario. Alright guys, so since last time we were here, I have done a lot of work. I've streamlined a lot of the things inside of our vehicle, and a lot of things have been going on. I mean, I've finished out the back wall and the outside of it as well. We've got all this pipe work in, as you probably remember from last episode. We've got a build and repair system in here, and yeah, I've now got the doors actually auto closing as well. As you see, med bay is looking fine, it's looking great. Excuse me for coughing. Anyway, we've got this work area down here. It's going to have more of these turret controllers when we get some of the auto turrets in place that I'm going to be putting in. Auto cannon, sorry. Up in the greenhouse, we now have 2 of these air vents because I've centralized this. I've added in some solar panels as well to help charge things because there's been a few other developments. It's been about a week and a half-ish since I last posted. And I've forgotten a light source here. No, actually, I'm bright enough. Okay. And basically, yeah, in that time, I've done a lot of work. And one of them is our hangar. As you can see, we've got pipe works in here, and we've got this massive door system. This is another mod. These mid doors right here. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. When I found this, I was like, oh yeah, I remember Splitsy talking about these doors. Yeah, and where is it? So it wasn't under there. It was. I've forgotten where it was put now. It wasn't dummy. It wasn't DHI. Under frostbite. Yeah. I don't know why. Maybe because DLC frostbite was when they first introduced these types of gates. But it was called Middle Gate. And there's the Steam ID if you guys want it. Okay. Because, yeah, it's brilliant. I love it. As you see, I've moved our cargo containers over here. I've sealed off this area. We've got more pipe works up here as well. I thought I'd end it here, giving the impression it goes upwards. But yeah, I've also streamlined the back end there, so all things are good there. And if I click this button, because of these two timer blocks, one timer block, turns on these rotary lights and opens this door. It turns this into decompressed mode. So yeah, we can get out. Still got our hangar industrial cockpit there. As you see, it's now shielded on both sides, so we can't fall out. But we also have a cockpit. I really went to town. I mean, I couldn't help myself. I just went to town. I bought in. I don't know whether you guys can see this properly, but on this holographic display. Yeah, you can probably see it, is the land shark. So, yeah, as you can see, we got like all of this ribbing as well. I mean, like I say, I really went to town. I had these really good ideas. I just can't seem to get them out of my head and onto paper fast enough, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's take this out for a spin. I'll show you the front end. Hopefully not spoiling what I'm doing at the moment, but yeah, there you go, guys. You see, it's got this lovely ribbed effect over the front, a nice sort of like stylized front, as it sort of reminds me of the Jawa vehicle from Episode 4 of Star Wars. Yeah, love that. So yeah. But then I really went to town. I wanted to get wheels in place, and I came up with this. I thought, oh man, that looks so industrial, so industrialized. Yeah, it looks like something out of. Sorry, I almost collided with the with our vehicle. But to do that, I also had to sever the umbilical cord. It's now floating, believe it or not, just by this. Yeah, I know, hard to believe, isn't it? I thought, it's huge, it's massive, it's so much bigger than the land shark. I thought, what am I going to call this thing? I was initially thinking king shark, but then I thought, nah, this thing is way bigger than that. It's way bigger, so I thought megalodon. You know, after my favourite shark from from the it wasn't a Jurassic period, or what was the period called? But yeah, anyway, but yeah, the only thing I do not like at the moment is how this thing is armoured. It's currently using light armour blocks. So if I just land here, yes, it's big enough to land on. It is huge. It's massive. It's colossal. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe it at first. I mean, I thought I'd landed in these things to like give it a little bit of, look like it's been held in place structurally. But yeah, I mean, you see how big it is just by walking across it. It's huge. But then I thought to myself, nah, I don't really like this. This is light armoured block, yeah? So I thought to myself, I was going to start on the other side today. Yeah, as you can see, I've already got like, one wheel in there. But I was like, nah, you know what? You know, this just ain't right yet. I mean, it's great. I love it. Do you know what? 9 is that one with all sorts of bits and pieces in it. So if we make 8 heavy armour block, we take out that, we put in that. Taking a moment for some reason. Yeah, put in that one, and that one. Yeah, there we go. Right. Then we get in our armor block. Now which one are we looking for? 2x1 slope based. So you know, this one there. 2x1 slope base. There we go. And there's the heavy armor variant of it in there now. Yeah, but as you can see, we've got this double wheeled effect. They're so close. I thought I'm going to have these as like the drive wheels, so they're fixed. You know, like most cars, the back wheels are fixed. I say most because there are a couple of exceptions to the general rule. It's like 99.9% of the time is, you know, the rule applies. But yeah, I thought. But yeah, I mean, I've just been getting so into like a lot of this stuff that I've been doing recently. Like I can't wait for the to release the next episode of Valheim as well. Things are starting to get interesting in that. Yeah. I mean, like I say, I've been going super overboard, you know, in my time. Whilst I've been releasing some of this other content you guys have been enjoying. You know, most of it was in an attempt to alleviate some boredom. Others was a bit of this needs to be completed or finished or whatever. So you know, I just sort of got ahead with this sort of stuff, and I just thoroughly enjoyed what I was doing. And don't worry, you know, like things like Valheim, for example. Yeah, we still got a. Oh, did I miss one? No, I didn't miss one. I left that there early. How am I going to get up there like that? Right, this one here I can't get access to because of the wind turbines. These are not spinning at the moment because this is in vehicle mode, not in station mode. So we cannot actually go after these. So it is a bit of a pain, I know, but I think it adds to a little bit of the design as well. You know, having like these front like armored guards. The way that they are. I mean, this does mean there's probably going to be a bit more mining work involved. You know, probably going to have to go after some cobalt or something. You know, just to be able to get everything in place. Okay, so that's all of those slope pieces done. Now, this was a centered panel. Yeah, so this one actually isn't our run-of-the-mill generic flat panel. Where is it? This one here, which is either. Yeah, you get the point. It's not the slope one. It's the. Yeah, where are you? Where are you? I know you're in here somewhere. There we are. Boom. We found it. There we go. Now, the reason why I was thinking about using the heavier paneling was mainly because of the fact that this thing is going to be bouncing around a lot. Yeah, these wheels are going to be moving up and down, and you know, all that sort of stuff as we traverse the terrain. I do not know at this moment in time how much free movement there will be. So I thought if I give it a little bit more armor, yeah, then that way we can ensure its survival. Sorry, give me a minute, just get a coffee. Oh man, that's better. Okay, now I've also got it, some of these panels here, sort of holding it in place as well. Reason behind that train of thought was simply, I don't want this thing to have much of an excuse to go anywhere. Go. Can't get one against there because of the glass window, but I think that's good enough on that bit there. Okay, now I'm going to have to move the snub because of the fact that at the moment, unfortunately, it's in the way. We'll bring it round here. Ooh. And just dock there. I love that the wheels are big enough that we can actually land on. And we still got access to this as well. I mean, you know, actually, forget that for a second. Yeah, let me show you this. This is quite cool. I was doing a load of mining, and I thought to myself, well, actually, sometimes I don't really want to just dock in a hangar. I just want to be able to go here, let loose everything that's inside the snub, and then get rocking with something else. And there we go. I mean, whoop. I mean, look at that. I mean, isn't that cool? Now, also having that hooked up is going to allow us another oh, excuse me, another advantage, which I will show you as soon as I've got this process sorted out. Okay. Now the other advantage is, as you can probably tell, we don't have enough material. Drop those off. Okay, there we go. So if we go in here, we go into our... when it decides to catch up with me, into our build. Yeah, we're probably going to be missing a load of stuff. So we just need to wait for this. I think I'm going to put, in the meantime, we're going to put maybe 100 metal grids. And we'll put 100 of those in place. Yeah, I've also upgraded our hand tools. A welder, a grinder, a drill. I've got stuff in place for upgrades. We don't have enough platinum at the moment to build the hacking tool. So unfortunately, there's going to be no hacking for a while, which is a bit of a pain. We've got a structure there that we could rip apart easily. But yeah, as you see, we've got all this stuff here. And yeah, I think it's mostly metal grid and steel plate we're missing. So I know I don't have to be inside the vehicle really to do this, so I'll just do it anyway. Probably out of something like the cobalt. I mean, I have done so much work on this. Actually, I wonder if I can catch it at a point where I can put this back in station mode. Yeah, it's not letting me do it. But we can see how it's coming along. It's looking great. So what I'm thinking of also doing is also the wheel bits themselves. But yeah, there we go. Right, let's go and grab that unknown signal while we're leaving. Well, this is welding all of that up. But yeah, I do love how the Megalodon is looking. It's coming out really, really well. And I'm even thinking that once we've got the wheels in place and we can drop it down, I'm thinking like a landing pad on the back with both horizontal and vertical points. Basically, yeah, I'm thinking, you know, like serious go to town sort of stuff on this project, because it really has it's become like my muse, if you will, you know, to use like the ancient Greek ideology. Oh, poisoned food. Okay. What we got in terms of an unknown signal? We got anything useful? No, we don't. We do have something, but it's probably going to be a duplicate, which actually is good. I'm actually glad that that's come about. Alright, let me just grind this down, I'll tell you why. Okay. Now, duplicate items allows for an in-game thing, which came about, I don't know, 3-4 DLCs ago. So what's that, about a year ago? I think it is. I can't remember now. But it's something I never ever used, and honestly, I regret not using it. And I think in terms of real world stuff, in terms of when I actually made this video, it was like the day before, so literally yesterday in my mind. I've gone the wrong way. Where am I heading? That way. Right. Okay, before I do land, I want to see if I can access it remotely and see if I can actually get that grid to stay still. Megalodon info. Yeah, it's not allowing me to do it. I think I'm hitting the respawn rover or something for some reason. Yeah, I mean, look at that on approach. I mean, doesn't that sort of inspire? Anyway, yeah, I think this time around I'm going to dock in the main hangar. I know I make this bit look easy because I've done it a few thousand times, but honestly, the number of times I've made mistakes, unreal. All right, okay, going through here. Yeah, if we step into the appearance, as you can see, he's glitching out a bit, I don't know why. But as you can see, I've put on the miner, I put on all the graffiti stuff, in some places even the newspaper. Right, so if we go into this mode, recycling, we can go show only duplicates. So it will literally show anything that we've got a duplicate of. So, like in this case, I've got cow gloves. I can then either sell this item on the Steam market and actually make some real world money. It'll only be like a penny or two. Or I can recycle the item for a token, which I'm going to do. Right, in this case, I've got 32 tokens. I'm also going to do this one as well. Some of these actually come up multiple times for some reason. I think it's a glitch. I'm really not sure why it's allowing me to do this over and over and over again. I don't have that many duplicates of it. But yeah, so if I go through here, nothing else in there. Tools wise, no other duplicates. There we go. So yeah, so now I've got 38 tokens. Down at the bottom here, as you can see, there is a thing allowing me to do rarity. So if I go exceptional, to be able to craft an exceptional, you need 2,500 tokens. When I say exceptionals, if I come out of here a minute, I go, I don't know, say the assault gear. Yeah, there you go, full tactical assault. Yeah, all of this is your exceptionals. Then you got your rares. Oh, sorry, that's unusual. You got your rares, which are like your blue stuff. So I don't know, say like the graffiti gloves, for example. Unusuals are going to be like your greens, your kids' pajamas, which is comical at best. Actually, I think I've got this wrong. Commons are your browns, so like your leopard print. Uncommons are your greens. Unusual. Unusual must be the blues, but what are rare then? And what is exceptional? Unless the things like the tuxedo suit, they're the rares, and these are the exceptionals. Okay. But yeah, sorry, I got the order wrong. But yeah, I do like the leopard print one. I think it's comical, running around like a human leopard. There you go, full set of leopard print. Yeah, isn't that cool? I like that. Or say, for example, you wanted to take on the colours of the rainbow. You know, you're a Skittle. Now where's the helmet for it? There it is. There you go. I've got a Skittle astronaut. It just goes on from there. I mean, you could do some really, really, really weird and wonderful stuff. Even some stuff that's downright freaking scary. Yeah, let's go with the shark helm. There it is. I mean, after all, pretty much everything we're doing now is shark. Nah, jokes aside, I like the robot helm. I just like this visor idea. In a way, it sort of reminds me of like the 1980s Cylon. Let's see, what are we going to go for? Let's go for the scavenger suit. Go with the graffiti gloves. Actually, did I have a graffiti helmet? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I like the graffiti set. We'll go with the scavenger boots. Tools wise, yeah, same sort of ideology. I think I used the newspaper one. If I can remember where the hell it's gone. Probably under N. Next gen, proper. Okay, that is bizarre. I can't find it. Okay, you've entered the zone where normal things don't happen. Okay, grinder-wise, got the graffiti one. I mean, yeah, you can really go to town, and that's the newspaper one as well. So, yeah, there we go. So, bit of action as well. We've had a bit of fun there. Okay, so let's. No, I don't have anywhere I can. Yeah. I'm going to ensure. Because that isn't shut down yet. Okay. No. And why are you playing up again? Weird. Oh, I think that's to do with power. Let's see what we got. Oh, so it's done most of it. So it's had a fair shake. So if we go into the Megalodon's terminal, build and repair, what do we need? Oh, so we need like, say 200 steel, 100 metal. Easy. There we go. So we can just get that finishing off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all this to grind down and find a way of supporting. And whilst I update it later on, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go the other side. I mean, as you see, I started it off over here, gave it a fair shake in terms of what I was doing, but I think I'm just actually, can I? Yes, I'm going to grind it down using the snub. It's quicker, it's easier. Let's get the wheels first. I might do what I did yesterday. I was grinding down the whole load because I couldn't get it right using the standard off-road 3x3, but I could get it right with the short. I mean, that was the weird part. The short worked fine, but like I say, couldn't get it working properly with the standard off-road 3x3. I mean, I really wanted to use the 5x5 because it just looked awesome, but there are huge problems with the 5x5s because... Excuse me? It fell down, went boom. Whoopsie. think I got carried away with talking and I wasn't paying attention. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to grind down the welder as well. I'm going to have like 2 grinders on this at the moment. There we go. Now, where was I? Oh yeah! So with that, if I can get in the right place. Oh. Oh. No, I don't want to do the oops. There we go. Go with dots now. There we go. So, okay, that was not entirely my plan, as should have been evident by my shock and surprise. Yeah, we do something like that. And then group 8. There we go. We're on the heavy armor block. 2, 3. Alright, what? Where did I just put where? Alright, so what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I remember that count from yesterday. I'll show you why. Okay. Alright, so first of all, let's start from this side. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 to there. And then 7 to there, which is the underside of that. If we take the very middle, which is around about there, you got 3 either side. So, so I know that this is the middle. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, and then you got that lot there. 1, 2, 3, and then you got that lot there. So that's how I sort of figured it all out. So that's 7 to there, which is not right. This is the back one. And this is the back one, so this is wrong. Now this, on this side, this worked because I had all of that. This side is going to be a little bit different. Oh, I completely missed it. Okay, so I think on this side what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the heavy armoured inverted corner to, I'm going to say, step down to a slope. If I can get the angle right here. Now, that gets us that profile, which is what I've done here. And then this profile here, if you guys remember, I'm going to use the spectator cam for this. If you remember the respawn pod, you know, I love the how they did the wheels. Yeah, and this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the same basic idea. I'm not going to use these triangle bits on top, but I'm going to use the same idea. Now to do this, it's Oh, excuse me. It's actually relatively simple. If I can get the right one. Yeah, second one out, yeah. So, there's this one here. So, we want the 2x1 slope base, then the tip, and then on the other side of that, you want basically the reverse. And that gives you that little profile there. And then we do the same on this side. Like that. So if we come over here, all the way over here, there you go. So it slopes down, then you've got a slope there, which is your tip, your base on top of that, and then a tip, and then you've got the wheel in that aperture with a plate on the end. Although I'm going to add on more plates on the end once I've rebuilt that bit. But so there you go. Slope, tip, base, base, tip. So that's our rearmost. I'm going to use axle. Really hate the term. Because it doesn't actually do what I want as I want it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that nobule as the top. Don't know whether I'm right or wrong on this one. Hold on, this is left. So left goes on that side. Whereas right... Oh, wrong bit. There we have it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have our rearmost axle. And then it's just a case of repeating the process. Finding the right point and then bringing it out from there. So, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yeah. It is literally on the edge. I mean, that could... I mean, using the light one just to finish this off. I could just slope it down like that if I wanted to. Or even better, I could actually make that flat up to there and then slope it in there and have it hug underneath. Yeah, I'll probably do that next time around. Okay, so let's get the... Oh. No, Control 8. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that gets that profile sorted out. Okay, I then added in this sort of profile underneath here because it would normally slope and then join as a point there, but I thought it'd be better if it just sort of came as a flat underneath, which then makes it easier for doing something more akin to this. And then, as I said earlier, gonna make it hug underneath like that. There we go. So it's basically got the, I guess you could say, the starter of it all going. And then here is going to be where we're going to start bringing it down. So that goes there, that goes something like that. And instead of that, that's going to be like that. I'm running out of coffee here. Correction, run out. It's a good thing I've got some juice, so, you know, at least I've got something to keep my throat lubricated whilst we finish the last 20 minutes of this video. Okay, so getting this in place like that, and then yep, that way round like that. And then we'll do the other side. And it didn't register my changes. I'm running around in kids' pyjamas. Okay, fair enough. Whatever. I'll sort that out later. Okay, so we've got that there. That goes there. That goes like that. And then, oops, wrong way. It goes like that. So, there we go. We've got a more advanced wheel thingy here. Wheel thingy. Great technical term. Okay, so place the left one there. We'll place another left one in there. Now go to the right. So that's our back set of wheels sorted out for our humongous trawler. I mean, check that out. I mean, that just looks right to me. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that just looks right. And that's just the starter. Yeah, now we've got to do all of the stuff that goes on top. So this is where I've got to be delicate. You know me, being delicate is like asking a bull not to destroy things in a china shop. Okay, so it's not a perfect place for me to land, but if I can get this right, there we go. We can jump up here and we can start doing all of our lovely jubbly panel work. In here. Okay, so then we want the 2x1 slope base. Like so. Then center panel like so. Oops, this is where things get tricky in terms of like jetpack conservation. I think I've run out of material. Ooh. There we go. So if we can just slide around the side. Okay. Go on top. Okay. Now, we were over here and we were just putting in these last two panels there. There we go. And then it's sort of like similar on the other side. We're going to create the housing. Get the base in there. Right. So that's that bit done. We now need to move the oh, wrong place. Should have checked where I was rather than guessing. There we go. Then we've got this area we can now walk up. Excuse me. Okay, so going back to our normal plating. Just get that in there. And then we're doing a plate again, Sam. As I've said countless times before, never seen that in Casablanca. And yeah, this is where we can't get in that one in this point here because of the wind turbine. So let's get the mid panel one in, and then two by one base. Alright, and that's the, I'm gonna say the basic construction of the wheels, the rear wheels, all sorted out. At some point I've still got to get in the supports, and like I say, I've really got to do the other side and get those up to heavy armour status. I've then got to figure out what I'm going to do with the front sets. I'm not sure I'm going to have a double set on the front. I think it's just going to be a single set so that they can do all the steering work. So it's not going to be as nimble as the Landshark, but that's again something we can play around with. We can see whether it works, and then sort of make judgment calls from there and adjustments and things like that. It's just the beauty of this game, and you know. So yeah, okay. Let's do a remote access to the Megalodon and the build. This is such a great tool for helping me make sure I get this right. Whoa! Whoa! We're getting into stupid numbers now. Okay. Right. I think this is where I go. Get my mobile phone. I need to take a picky of this because I can't remember these numbers off the top of my head. I mean, these numbers are big. Okay, and then in here we're gonna take that out. Right. Okay. So it's saying we need 7,801 steel plates. So I'm going to put that as 8,000. Okay. 360 construction, 156 steel tube, and then 2,543. So I'm going to make that 3,000. Yeah, there we go. Now, doing it in this order because, I mean, these use less materials, you know, and just makes it. Oops. Sorry, dropping my phone there. Make it a lot easier for us to like start remembering numbers and being able to sort things out. And see the wood for the trees, if you will. Now, what this will enable us, once it does the large steel tube, we'll start seeing some of these wheels also being built as well. There you go. See that one there? Oh, that's better. Just hoping that by the time I actually do release this video, I'll be better. But there we go. Yeah, we can start seeing this thing coming to life, starting to manifest. It's probably going to be a case of if I need some more. Where is my? There it is, over that way. Yeah. Silver, silicon. Ah, there we go. Silicon mine. Let's head over to the silicon mine for a minute. All right. This is pretty cool. Near to the silicon, there is cobalt. So what I'm thinking is at some point I'm going to have to mine this out and head towards the cobalt. But to begin that, I'm going to have to change over the tools. Oh man, that is just so impressive, seeing that just sort of come out of the shadows. I think this is going to be my new favourite build. Okay. Oh. I've got more bits and pieces in here than I should have. Whoops. Ah, hell. You know what I'm going to do? Sorry for the shaking. I know it's just because it's hanging. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to drop that. There we go. Let's grab all of that. Is it two? Yeah, there two. Yeah. So, where are you? There we go. Ooh. And then just getting our drills. Although I am thinking that I might have to do something like this. Right, let's take from Peter to feed Paul for what we're going to do next. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in. I'm not sure whether this is going to work because of the thrusters. Yeah, because I think this set of thrusters might try and cook this. Okay, let's try. What am I going to use? Yeah, if I use like that as a spacer, like say, and then I forgot to bring in the atmospheric thrusters. We want the sci-fi jobbies there and there. Oh, hold on. twit. Ooh, that was close. Really could have made a huge mistake by doing that. There we go. Right. Quality. In that case, anything else I've got, I can drop. Okay. Actually, that might work. Okay, we're gonna have to change some of the groupings though. So, thrusters. Let's add in the new ones. And then there we go. Oh, it was because we used the drill type one. There we go. So now we can go back to the silicon mine and do what I was planning to do. I mean, I know we're right near the end of this video. It gives you an idea of sort of what I'm planning. If I can get my angle right. Oh, going off at a... Why do I keep on rotating like crazy? Doesn't make sense. I'm using sideways thrusters and yet I'm rotating. Anyway, yeah, so if we go in here, this is always a bit of a challenge. Just clear out some of this as we go. Right, round about here, if I was to offshoot... something like this, and then start processing towards... let's get our angle right. Towards the cobalt. And then... at least then we can have a supply of that as well. Just by having one mine. Carefully steer our way out. Heading up towards, what's that, Mars? But yeah, so we've got a... whoops, I keep hitting that tree. That's my marker, that tree. So I don't really want to get rid of it. Should have moved away from it. But yeah, at least we now got an idea of how to get some cobalt. So yeah, things are working. And working better as well. I mean, you know, in terms of frames per second, I'm hitting around about a min of about 50. I think the worst I've ever had was 40. But I think that was a glitch. Yeah, when I was sort of like loading up or something. But yeah, so if I just come over here, I'll dock up. Yeah, like I was saying to you earlier. Whoa. What is going on here? I know I've got extra mass on me, but, you know. And I'm not just talking about this mass here. No, seriously though, jokes aside, you know, we've got everything working for us now. I mean, we've got this amazing looking vehicle, and having just like the slight wheels at the front and the bigger set at the back, I think that's going to look quite the sci-fi monster. And especially once I start like that ribbing, once I start getting that going down the back as well, and I think this is just going to look absolutely fantastic. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I mean, I'm loving how the Megalodon's coming out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about any slight modifications, alterations I might be interested in doing. Because I mean I see it from my perspective, but you guys might have a different perspective, and I might look at your perspective and go, oh, actually, you know what, person XYZ might have a better idea than me. Let's implement that, and it may actually be a better idea. So I'm always up for help with a lot of my builds and my challenges and all that sort of thing. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking so far of this build. Personally, I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll catch you next time on Acangelus Gaming.